Okay, listen, we all love the holidays.
Yes.
Lots of gatherings.
Indeed.
But with lots of gatherings come lots of personalities and family members and friends and different opinions.
And that's why we have this up there, family drama. It's a thing.
Oh.
It's a thing. That's why we got Dr. Erin Leonard, psychotherapist here locally. A lot of y'all probably know her personally, to talk about ways to navigate this. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Okay, let's start with step one. Let's start with this. You said it is important to empathize. Explain what that means.
Right. So if someone brings up a topic that is polarizing or deeply personal, so a subject that should be handled in private, in a public setting, in a family setting, it's really inappropriate. It can escalate people and make people uncomfortable. So if you empathize, what you're doing is you're saying something like, I can see you feel really strongly about this, or you can say, you know, you're really angry about this, I get it. And that is just a very respectful way of honoring how they feel, but then quickly moving to step two, which is redirecting.
Wow. And this is an important thing to remember. You said, do not elaborate or build on the discussion if you can, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
you're honoring how they feel, but you're not agreeing or disagreeing, and you are not building on this discussion or furthering it.
Gotcha.
And even I feel some family members can get defensive and then double down, right? And that
Exactly.
It's so
Yes.
true. It becomes like this umbrella effect,
Yes,
right?
like what do you
Absolutely.
mean by that? It's yeah.
Right.
Okay, we got to go to the second one. This one, I personally love this one. Quickly redirecting the discussion. How can you go about that?
Take a turn.
Yeah.
Yes. So people usually love talking about their kids, their grandkids, their dogs, their last vacation.
That's great.
And so you want to empathize and show, you know, some respect. And again, it does not ignite defensiveness, but then quickly move to redirection, which would be something. So if you put one and two together, it would sound like, you know, you feel really strongly about this. I get it. I totally get it. Hey, did you watch? Did your kids play soccer last week? And I remember you talking about a tournament. And
Just like that.
Just like that.
Here's another one. I love that
Easy.
one. Did you guys see the game on Saturday? I was on the edge of my seat. That would definitely change the room's tone for sure, just like that.
Everyone can participate then.
Yes, and I like that you said this. You're taking control and steering away from that discussion that could cause some problems. maybe.
Absolutely.
I just love these so
That's
much.
important.
Yeah. Okay. Number three. This I feel like this is something you would do or would try to do. So, hit the pause button. Hit the pause button is so important. What does that mean? How do you hit the button? How do you bang that button without breaking it?
Right, absolutely. So if things continue to escalate, if nothing's working, then you really want to get assertive and you want to say something like, hey, let's agree to disagree and move on.
Right.
Or, hey, you know what? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I think we should, but I think, you know, and that's great. I think we should move on. Or even calling a spade and saying, this conversation doesn't seem productive. Why don't we table it for later?
Right, and do something else, go somewhere else. Do you also even recommend setting boundaries before you get together? Like, hey, we're gonna have a great time this Christmas. Let's not talk about this or that if something's going on in the family. Do you recommend that?
Sometimes. I think you really have to know your family members because sometimes they'll take great offense to that, you know, as is. So what I think if you use these 4 steps and you redirect, you're setting a precedent.
Perfect.
And you're setting a boundary kind of naturally by kind of steering away from these topics without hurting anyone's feelings or shutting anyone completely down.
And you talked about that 4th step. This is the last one. Is if things continue to escalate, transition some of the group into a different room. This is the funniest one that I read because you gave some great examples here, but that's a good one that people can do too at the table.
Just leave.
Yeah, just leave.
Yep. So if people look uncomfortable, you can say, hey, Ben and Stacy, do you mind helping me grab some ice cream out of the freezer and preparing some desserts? And it's a very natural way of separating people so everyone goes to their corners and settles down.
And I love this.
And take a minute.
Doing this saves people from engaging in a distressing dialogue. I just love that. So these are all great steps. I feel like we are more prepared and have more ammo now going into our respective families.
We're good. I especially love, I know you would highlight that for me. Step 3, to just pause, because I think sometimes people get they want to talk and get defensive or whatever, and sometimes it's nice to take a moment. Let it sink.
And is it true, like Dr. Leonard, that you don't have to use these just for the holidays? This could be year-round.
Yes. They're really great skills, especially if you have some, you know, troublemakers in your family, and you know, they tend to kind of blow up the holiday. So if you really use these skills, it can really keep people coming back to your house for years because they know it's emotionally safe.
Right.
That's great.
And because the holidays can honestly be a bit of a stressful time anyways.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Dr. Linda, we appreciate you. Thank you for doing this. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Good steps. Thank you
This is
so
great
much.
stuff. All right, we'll be right back. Stay there.